Hi, my name is Christine Dimon, and I am the author of Places of Power, Hotspots in Colorado. And the first thing I would like to do is thank Boulder Bookstore for this opportunity to be a part of their establishment. You guys rock. The very first question is give a brief synopsis of your book. My book is a guide to Colorado's most electrically active sites, but it's really about helping people explore Colorado in a deeper way. So on the surface, it takes you to different locations across the state, places that are shaped by faults, by mineral deposits, by ancient geologic forces, volcanic activity like the basaltic lava flow that I'm standing on here at North Table in Golden. But underneath, it's exploring the idea that the earth is not just a place, not just somewhere, something we walk on. It's something we interact with. These landscapes, they carry energy. And whether you define that scientifically through conductivity or geology, or more personally through how a place makes you feel, this book blends both. It gives you the science to understand what you're standing on, but then it invites you to go there, to stand in it, to hike it, to sit with it, to notice how it changes. Ultimately, this book helps you engage with Colorado in a different way. Question 2, what inspired you to write this book? Curiosity inspired me to write this book. While I was pursuing my degree in geology, I learned that quartz stores electrical charge like no other mineral, and when it's under tectonic stress, it produces electrical charge, which then produces earthquake lights. And once I discovered the conditions needed to produce these balls of light, I became obsessed. I started creating these maps in my ArcGIS class, which looks like this. This was one of my first ones. And they identify the different rock types, different faults. And this one here is the Sangre de Cristo fault, which is the most active fault and the largest fault in Colorado. And it's sandwiched between sandstone and quartzite. So it has the perfect conditions. And so as I got deeper into geology, I realized that these places weren't just random. Places where you can find earthquake lights and magnetic anomalies and conductivity discontinuities, they occur where there are fault lines and volcanic history, mineral-rich rocks, places where the earth has undergone stress, movement, and change over millions of years. And so this kind of got me thinking that maybe there is a connection between what is happening beneath our feet and what we're experiencing as humans. And I think my book kind of comes out of that question. But I didn't want to have to choose between science and experience. I wanted to bring both of those together. But above all else, I wanted to give people a way to explore that for themselves without just reading about it. Question number 3, what was the first hotspot you fell in love with? Red Rocks Park here in Morrison. There's something about this place that just stops you. You're surrounded by these massive tilted formations that were pushed up by the formation of the Rockies. and you can really see the forces that have shaped them. It's really remarkable. But it's not just about the visuals. Standing here, especially early in the morning or later in the evening, there is a different kind of quiet. It's grounded. It's almost like this place has its own kind of presence. It's the first place I realized that isn't scenery. It has its own story. Maybe it has more than just a story. Question number 4. What is your favorite hotspot in Colorado? That's tough. If I had to choose, I'd say the San Luis Valley. It's so completely different from the Front Range in that it's very wide open. It's almost like it's empty and there's nothing there, but nothing can be further from the truth. It's actually very otherworldly. It's situated in between the Sangre de Cristo mountain range and the San Juan Mountains to the west, and it's one of the highest alpine valleys in the world. And it's literally stretching apart because it's in a rift zone. There's water above and below the surface. It has one of the largest aquifers in North America, yet its landscape is so dry. There's ancient lakes, there's geothermal hot springs, there's deep fault systems, the largest fault in Colorado, powerful winds that shape the Great Sand Dunes. It's a dark sky site, so it's has very little light pollution, and so it amplifies the perception and awareness. There's telluric currents, and there's subtle electromagnetic variations. I mean, it's no wonder this place is the hub to spiritual centers and retreats. It's one of those places. It's a place where the geology is very powerful and experience is also very powerful. Question number 5. What kind of reader would enjoy this book? I think the kind of reader that would enjoy this book is someone who is curious about the world around them, and but not just on a surface level. I also think that someone who goes to a place and thinks to themselves, why does this place feel different, would also enjoy this book. I feel like this book is for someone who wants to go somewhere and experience it intentionally. And you don't have to believe everything going into it, but you do want to go into it openly. Okay, question number 6. What are a couple of books that you have read recently that you've loved? A few books that have stuck with me recently are The Deal of a Lifetime and Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman. They're simple on the surface, very beautifully written, but and emotional underneath. They really help you to slow down and to appreciate what matters. Love those 2 books. And let's see. Another book that had an impact was Full Body Burden, Living in the Shadow of Rocky Flats by Kristen Iverson. This book is local, it's real, and it connects you directly to Colorado's landscape. Um, well, my book tells you where to go. This book tells you where not to go, but in a more personal way. Question number 7. Is there anything else you want us to know about your book? Well, the book is meant to go with you, but if it can't, there is an interactive map and QR code built into it that summarizes each location and how you should interact with it. If the book does anything, I hope it helps people move through the landscape in a different way. Question number 8. Can you read us a passage from your book? Absolutely. I'm going to read a passage from the section on conductivity discontinuities. Conductivity discontinuities occur where geological formations of varying electrical resistivity intersect. These regions act as natural energy focal points, directing electrical currents and shaping the magnetic environment in profound ways. When highly conductive minerals such as copper, iron, or graphite are present, they create natural circuits influencing the surrounding electromagnetic field. Fault lines, mineralized zones, and geothermal hotspots serve as amplifiers of this energy, making them particularly attractive to those sensitive to Earth's energy pulse. Also, magnetic field variations are another key component of electrically active regions. Geological formations rich in ferromagnetic minerals such as magnetite create local magnetic anomalies that can subtly influence human perception and cognition. Studies have shown that exposure to strong magnetic fields can alter brainwave activity, inducing heightened awareness, relaxation, and even alter states of consciousness. This might explain why certain locations, such as Garden of the Gods or the San Luis Valley, are often reported as places of deep spiritual resonance and unusual experiences. All right, that's the final question. I want to thank you for coming on this journey with me. And if you liked anything you heard, please pick up Places of Power hotspots in Colorado. Really appreciate it. And thanks again.